Welcome back, everyone, to the Heart, Mind, Money podcast, where we do all things to give you inspiration, motivation to heal your heart, challenge your mind, and
fill your pockets.
Fill your pockets. I am the extractor of this amazing podcast with our founder of Latina Empire, the person behind the method of Heart, Mind, and Money, Perla Tamez Casasnovas. Perla, we're back. And today, you know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about morning rituals or even like routines that people should really consider doing because it centers you. It gives you a sense of peace and calm. I know that you probably have listened to a lot of like different books and stuff like that, but there's really something to that. I know it's changed my life, but we got somebody like asking you, hey, like, what do you do? Like, how are you like so loving and so giving and so motivated when you have like 1 million businesses, like 1 million responsibilities, over 100 employees? Like, how do you stay so like centered, joyful, like focused?
So that was a great question, and I've gotten that question many times. So I'm excited to answer the question today. But see, I don't take things very serious, and I don't take things for granted either. So it's keeping just the right balance into having like a potential schedule for tomorrow. But if things change because you are relying on other humans or other situations, don't let it affect your moods. Like right off, by the time you go to sleep, tomorrow there's big things that are going to happen. Tomorrow, you might be taking a test. You might be signing a loan. You might be going to meet, a new friend. Whatever it is, that's going to happen. Don't take it so serious and don't get too nervous about it because that sets the intention for the next day. So unwind the last hour, an hour and a half before going to bed. Wake up the next day. Be thankful, right? Drink water. I've been doing that. My grandma gave me that tip for long life. Drink water with lemon in the morning. And I don't do it every single day, but I have I didn't bring my jug, but I have that jug there, right? Since the night before with ice cubes. So the water will be like fresca, super juicy. And then take some water. And then I play with Penelope a little bit. Ivana comes in. She says goodbye, leaves to school. And then probably 30 to 45 minutes later, that's when I'll grab my phone. And so I am.
What are you doing 30 to 45 minutes?
I'm playing with Penny. I'm laying in bed and I'm just like giving my mind time to refresh and time to wake up, right? Because when you wake up so like
in a hurry,
it's like you're almost like turning on an engine to a car and you're already pressing gas. So by the time that the gas is the car is moving, right? It's like run, run. And so think about that like your body.
Yeah.
If you just wake up and you just gotta jump out of bed and espérate, o sea, give your body time to come to its senses, time to get ready for the day. And get together and get ready for the day. And so because I'm pregnant and I'm in my going into my second trimester, I still get a little bit of nausea, but not like how I was doing energyless, right? And so I try to, even though I'm in my second trimester, I've already stayed with the habit of having the coffee and the breakfast to bed. So I call my ladies and I'm like, ya háganme el cafecito, ya háganme un win con huevo con frijoles, because that's my thing right now.
¿Un qué?
Win con huevo revuelto y frijoles en un ladito con tenedor, porque como está subiendo mucho de peso, I was gaining so much weight. I was eating tortillas de harina, tacos in the morning. The doctor said, stop it with the tortillas. And I said, okay. So I'll be in bed, turn on TV, Penny, she goes and gets ready for the day. She goes, takes a shower, but I stay in bed, I eat in bed, I drink my coffee in bed, and I'm watching a little bit of TV. After I'm done with breakfast, then I'll grab the phone, and then there's already tons of messages in there. Yours gets started coming in like at 5 o'clock in the morning, because that's when G does her brain dump, which is totally okay. And so I catch up with my phone, then get up, take a shower, get ready. We're going to get going. I go to the kitchen. Lately, I've been recording so much, so my makeup artist will already be there waiting for me. We're already between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. Get that going. The calls are getting started, and the day's getting started. So I usually have like proposed meetings, but I'm very like on the fly. Like, hey, we're gonna do this today. We're going here now. Vamos. Hey, can you take a call? Vamos. Hey, can you take a podcast? Dale. And so that's how I go through my day.
Yeah.
I flow through my day. And if something doesn't happen,
that's super
I'm not
important,
forcing it.
Pete. And where I want you to stay right there is go back to you flow through your day, because a lot of people are gonna think that means like, well, like whatever happens, happens. That's not exactly true, because you have a lot of responsibilities and things have to happen.
Sorry.
What you don't do is get stressed about the things that have to be, like if something needs to be addressed, you address them.
Correct.
If a phone call needs to happen, it happens. If something needs to be pushed, it does. But it doesn't mean that those things aren't important or it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, they're important, but they don't place
Your plan is
the
okay.
stress for my day. Like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, no pasa nada. It'll happen tomorrow. If I call some of my staff and I'm like, hey, I need this right now. Can you bring it? If not, it's okay. And they tell me, okay, I'm gonna take it to you right now, right? But at other times they're like, oh, I'm tied up. I know it's okay. And I'll look for somebody else. And so because I know that I'm always running on edge, and so I don't expect my people to be there for me at all times, because my schedule can't be so planned. Like just right now, before we came here right now, I called my office and I said, prepare me some food. I'm gonna be there in 15 minutes, right? And so then I come here and my mom says, it's because if you plan the day and y'all let me know about the food with time, everything will be squared away. And I said, Mom, we don't have time for that. Like, what if I'm hungry?
Like, you
what if
really
I'm not
don't
hungry?
know.
And what if I'm hungry? What if I'm not hungry? What if I want to eat on my way here? Like, I need to have the freedom to be able to stop at the corner store or at the restaurant if I want to, right? So I don't go very strategically planning my day. Again, I'm a Libra, I'm air, I need to flow. If I feel constrained, if I feel I'm too tight to a schedule, very likely it's not gonna happen.
Well, and the thing is that whatever your sign is, there's a lot of lessons in everything that you said, because think about it. If you're super rigid on a schedule and it depends on all these moving parts that other people also have a part in it, you're always going to be pissed off.
Of course.
You're always going to be...
you can't control.
Because you can't... Like, we couldn't control the fact that we needed to be at the photo shoot 1 hour longer. Like, if we worked with a team, which we love our podcast team, if we worked with a team that was like con caras and super upset, it changes everything. We wouldn't be so excited to be sharing with you guys, because our team knows, like, that it's going to get done. It's going to get done in the allocated time no matter what.
And the other thing is that when you build a culture of a team and you have credibility, we're not doing this to be spoiled, to be out of place, to be disrespectful, to piss people off. Never. So when you build that, people understand. And so they know that I'm doing as much as I can with what I can when I can. And I will never, ever, ever do something within my time, my day, my resources to affect anybody.
Ever.
And so
affect.
Never.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, I've created a culture around me and my entities and my staff that first than anything, respect, right? Love, peace, freedom, and empowerment. And so with that being said, then people know that I flow and they need to flow, and the job gets done, because at the end, we all have a purpose, and the purpose is to get that job done.
Yes.
Right? So if something happened in the day, let's say that I changed the schedule, I never have staff, oh, it's because you changed the schedule and you were late.
Never.
Or this didn't happen, so I didn't do my job. Never do I get that. Why? Because people understand that I'm coming from a place of respect, and I know that they're coming from a place of respect, and they know that I need them, and they know they need me, and so we're a team that's disciplined, responsible, and respectful.
And also, like, I think it's really important for people to know that you have to build a culture where you can freely communicate. So when those things happen, and they happen often because you have a million things you're juggling, they happen in a way like, okay, Giselle, I need this, and this. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm working this, and this. Which do I put aside?
And what
do I focus on? That communication, because you are never expecting, and nor should anyone, like, there's no way to expect that everything gets done when there's added new things. They will get done because they're all a priority. But I think that communication of nobody should think, like, I never think you're throwing something at me and it's like, oh my God, and that, because that's not what you mean.
No.
Ever. So I think it's like, always, one, if you wake up and you set this intention to have a beautiful day, wake up, how are you going to show? Like, ask yourself, how are you going to show up for the world? I always ask myself in the morning, like, how do I want to show up? Like, do I want to show up and be an asset? Do I want to show up and be of impact? Do I want to show up and be, you know, someone that people rely on? Or do I want to show up and like need to like throw my weight around? Or no, because nothing gets done. Are you okay?
Yeah. I just put chile in my eye.
We're not editing this. Because
la madre, estaba picoso el taco. Se pegó al ojo. Okay, well done.
Okay, well, just to wrap this up, because tiene chile en el ojo.
So no, but super important is write your goals, set up intentions. What are your plans? What do you want to tackle? Like things to do, right? And then set tentative dates. Like give yourself, I want to do this week. I want to do this week of this month. I want to do this this month. And then work flowingly towards them, and don't be so hard on yourself.
And give yourself grace. So these takeaways, like P's schedule is crazy every single day, but the one thing that she does is she wakes up in the morning and she sets her intention. Like she gives herself her 45 minutes. It doesn't matter what your lifestyle is or what it looks like. There is a time you can get up earlier when everybody's asleep. That's what I do. Like, you know, I get up at a time where everything's asleep. No one's going to be calling me because I need that time for myself to be able to set the stage for how I'm going to show up in the world, right? Two, on Mondays, I highly recommend that everybody, you do this all the time. Like, one, set the goal. Like, what do you want to accomplish that week? What is the most
goals all the time?
What is the priority? Because
on my phone
it
or
can
on
change.
1,000%.
Like of last week, you're like, I have to get this done next week, and then all of a sudden, beautiful things happen. You have to be open to opportunities. So be open to those opportunities, and then be okay to change like what your priorities are for that week. And then the other thing, assess what didn't work. Assess like your week. I do this all the time. Like, and you sometimes get calls and I'm like, oh crap, you know, like I knew that yesterday you threw something at me so I could live up to that bone. This morning I woke up and I'm living up to the bone now. Sometimes you have a bad day. Sometimes be okay and give yourself grace, but like learn from it. Yeah. Like how can you make that better, or how can you let stuff go that just didn't work for you? So I love this topic because there's always so much that people could learn from how much power they have within themselves. Like
yes, definitely.
It's all there.
Yeah.
So
it's all within you.
I love it. All right, guys, if you have any questions or any topics that you want, I mean, I'm sure you're super curious about how this multi-millionaire, I have to say that because she's only 36 years old and she has accomplished so much. And that is the whole point, P. You're here to share with people how they can be extremely successful, but most importantly, with that defined as like fulfilled.
Yes,
like whole.
Definitely. It's the power lies within you, and the best resources and skills that you have are in your stories. And that's why within my programs and within the method of heart, mind, and money, it's heal your heart, challenge your mind, and then your pockets, because the best stories of resilience, of the skills that you have and who you are the skills that were developed from your pains. And so people are made to believe like, oh, leave that in the past, put it in the trunk, forget about it and move on. I go and say otherwise. Let's go. Let's open up the wound. Let's clean it up. Let's put some peroxide, and then we clean it super, super well. We close it back up, and then we suture it. And then you'll be able to see la cicatriz?
The scar.
You'll be able to see the scar, but it's no longer going to be painful.
Yeah. And that scar is something that you should be proud of. And that is actually, like you say this all the time, it's a resource.
It's a resource.
That is something that is actually your superpower.
Yes.
So know that. So if you want to reach out to P, you can always find her on Reflexiona con Perla on Instagram. You can find us, like the show notes has all the ways that you can get more involved in the Clarity program, because at the end of the day, we do this to heal your heart, challenge your mind,
and fill your pocket,
and be unapologetic about success.
Dollar, money.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Heart, Mind, and Money podcast with Perla, the awesome Perla.
Thank you.
Yes, I want everybody to look into the Latina Empire. .com, look more into what this whole mission is. Also, on all our social medias is at the Latina Empire. At the Latina Empire. And to connect with Perla, who answers every single comment, message, will
anything.
send you a voice message, will ask you to send her your WhatsApp. She will answer anything, any problem, any advice. I mean, you're pretty remarkable at that. And you can find Perla on Instagram at Reflexiona
con Perla.
Reflexiona con Perla. But we are all across social media, and Perla is always, every single day, pouring into you through all social platforms at the Latina Empire. And we also have our community at the Mana Lounge that you can find more information at any of the links on any of our social medias. And we would love to have you as one of our manas.
We've got to keep learning.
We got to keep learning. We got to keep healing our heart.
Healing your heart.
Challenging our minds.
Challenge your mind to fill your pockets.
To fill your pockets. Thank you guys for having us.